Hello everyone, my name is Mel the Money Coach. Thank you for tuning in tonight for this next episode on my YouTube channel called Mel the Money Coach. So last week we talked about Budgeting Basics 101 and why a budget is such an important tool to achieve your financial freedom goals, and especially to line up your money with the direction you're going. Because sometimes if we don't live intentionally, we can spend money and we just lose track of where it's gone. And then you look up at the end of the month and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't meet any of my savings goals because I don't know where my money went. So we talked about how important the budget is, how 93% of millionaires say they stick to a budget. We talked about how to budget with an irregular income. So today we're going to talk about how to budget if you've been furloughed, if you've had the unfortunate, experience of being furloughed, laid off, if you've lost your job, if something's happened to your income, you're injured, you can't work, that sort of thing. So the first thing you want to do if you've had a loss of income is think about what can you cut out. So anything unnecessary other than your four walls. So the four walls, as we talked about with the last video, is your rent or mortgage, lights, heat, water, AC, that sort of thing. Basic transportation, food, and basic clothing. So how can we get those categories low enough where we can, pay with the income that we have? So for example, say food. Could you do an eat from the freezer challenge for that month? You're not going out to eat. You're not going and buying, all these fancy things at the grocery store, basic, what can you get by with, the quote unquote rice and beans, as Dave Ramsey always talks about, the very basic to get by. So any subscriptions you can cancel, any, vacations, obviously, you're going to cancel those. Basically living in COVID land like we had with the initial shutdown where like everything is canceled. So if you've been furloughed or lost your income, that's, basically what we've got to do, stop the leak, so to speak. It's like filling up a bathtub with a hole in it. You're not going to, fill up the bathtub if you got a hole in the bottom. So, that's your first goal. Second, how can you get your income up in the short term? Even if you've lost your income from your dream career, you loved your job, what can you do to get any income from any source? Can you bag groceries or do Uber Eats or Instacart or, whatever it is? Even if it doesn't match with your dream career, that's okay. This is survival. We've got to get your bills paid and your, food on the table, that sort of thing. So yeah, those are kind of the basics, stop anything unnecessary. And then how do you get your income up? And then how do we get back to doing, working in our dream career? But that kind of comes later. So we're always focused on, what we can do to survive in the short term so that we can get where we want to be in the long term. And that's really what this plan helps you with, is how can we be out of debt, have an emergency fund, and be prepared for the things that we know are going to happen in life. So we just don't know when. Hopefully you never lose your job. But, the transmission's going to go out. You're going to need new tires on the truck. You're going to need, a new furnace or AC or whatever it is. How do we prepare best for those? So if you do have a loss of income, it's not as stressful if you don't have as many bills, obviously. So I want to do two things. I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I want you to sign up for a free 15-minute consultation with me. I would love to chat with you on the phone or on Zoom and hear how I can help you best and how I can walk alongside you and help you on your path to financial freedom. Until next time, see you later.